In this video, we will simulate the booking process in our database compared to the Jet2Holidays website. First, we need to start a transaction because we need to set auto commit off because it's set for default on. It means that we run line by line, and if we have a problem, we cannot roll it back to the previous state, so we need to use a transaction. And if something goes wrong inside our code, it will roll back to the previous state. And then we need to set all the variables. We have 2 flights here with their prices, the additional service, and the date of reservation, so the starting and ending of the day. And then we have the room that we selected, the room number, and the hotel number. First, we need to find where our room is not available, so the dates where the room is not available. As we can see here, it's not available between these dates here because someone else booked it. We have the booking ID, and with this block of code here, we can find between the dates and find where our booking collides with these unavailable dates. And as you can see here, we have no collisions. It means that it is available, but if, for example, we change the day and press go, now we have a room that collides with our booking, so we cannot book it anymore, and we should get an error. Then we need to find the price of our room. To find the price, we need to find in the price table where, depending on the room type and the hotel that we selected, and with this block of code, we can see where our price collides with our periods. So first we need to find out the prices. And as you can see, for our room, we have 3 different prices for 3 different periods. And then we can see here that our booking collides with only these 2 periods. And then we need to sum all the days between these periods. And with this block of code here, we will first count the number of dates, then we multiply it for the price for that period, and then we sum with the all the other periods. So first we find the price of the period that collides in the middle of our bookings, then in the one in the left side and the right side, and then we have also to sum them together to get the total price of the room and also the total price of the booking. So as you can see here, we don't have periods that are in the middle, so it's 0. Then we have our left period, right period, and we sum it together to get the total price of the room, and then we get the total price of the booking with the sum of the room, the flights, and the additional service. So now we can press go and commit. As you can see now, we have the new booking with the total price that is correct, and then we have the 2 flights with their prices. We have also the additional service, and in the unavailable table there is a new booking, so our room is not available anymore in this period. Now we have to simulate the selection process of the destination. Here we have different countries and different cities, and for each city there are different resorts that we can select, even more than one. And then we can, for example, filter them for the room type, port type, or the renting, or the facility. Or in this case, we selected the country of Italy, the city of Catania. We can also select 1 or more resorts, or we can find them by, for example, their facility, but with the filtering process, or with the room type, in this case for 3 people and animals allowed. So first we select, we set the variable country ID, where the country name is Italy, and then the city ID, where the country ID is Italy and the city name is Catania, because we can have different cities with the same name for different countries. Then we use an inner join to join together the resorts and cities, where the city is Catania, so we can retrieve all the resorts that are in the city of Catania. As you can see here, we have 3 resorts, and Catania is repeated 3 times. And then we have also to find all the hotels inside the resorts, and we want to find also the hotels that doesn't have any resorts. So first we need to use a left join. We joined 3 tables in this case, so it's a multiple join. The first one is an inner join, the second one is a left join with hotel, where the city name is Catania. And as you can see here, we retrieve all the resorts and all the hotels inside the resorts. For demonstration purpose, we set the hotels inside these 2 resorts to be empty, because as you can see here, we don't have any hotels in these 2 resorts. And in the same way, with a right join, we can find all the possible hotels, even if they are not connected with the resource table. So we need to use the address ID in this case to find the ID where the city is Catania, because we are using the hotel table in this case. So in the right join, as you can see, we are getting all the data from the right and not from the left. So it's the opposite. So we can see all the hotels, but not all the resorts, because here this particular hotel doesn't have connection with this resort, so it's empty. And then we can also use a subquery to connect to find all the hotels that have a particular facility, in our case a swimming pool. And there is here a connection with a many-to-many relationship to this table, to the table hotel. So first we get the ID, and then we use the ID to retrieve all the hotels that have this particular facility. Same things for the room, but in this case it's a one-to-many relationship. So we get these 2 pieces of code as a condition in the code we wrote before, and then we press go. And as you can see, this is like the list of the hotels that and the resource that have that particular room type and that particular facility. So a swimming pool and a room for 3 people. Now we will simulate managing of the sensitive data of the user. In this case, is using an email and a password for registering our website and is connected to the customer. To do so, we first need to store the password in a different format, because we don't want hackers to use this password to log in other websites if the user uses the same password in other websites. And anyway, we never use these systems in our database because it's just for demonstration purpose. We will probably use a more up-to-date service to do what we need to do. In this case, we are generating a random salt. This salt is generated with a random number between 0 and 1, and then we get the first 6 characters of it, and then we concatenate it with the password, and we hash it with a SHA-256 method, and in this case we have a salted hash, and now we concatenate together salt and the salted hash, so the salted password. So we press go, and we can insert the data in our database. And now we can see that the password is recognizable and is our only one-way hashing, so it's impossible to decrypt the password. In this case, we are simulating the locking. So here we do the same. We get the salt. The salt should be the same, so we get it from the database where the email is the email of the user, and then we generate the salted hash again with the same method. It should be the same method, and then we concatenate it together, and we find in our tables where the password is the same, and then we have the same password. That's how we can log in without using the actual password the user. And now we can simulate the insertion of the card details. As we can see, we have 2 important variables that are the CVV and the card number. We encrypt them with this function, but first we concatenate them, and we use a password to encrypt them. So we can decrypt them by using the same password here, and we can see here that we have the card number and CVV.